a sunlit Saturday evening here in Tacoma, Washington, where tonight Sounders FC 2 takes on San Antonio FC in weekend USL action. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining us here on ESPN+. I'm Andrew Harvey alongside James Riley and Dave Clark. James, San Antonio on a 4-match winning streak coming into tonight's match. This is a team that is red hot right now in this Western Conference.
Yeah, they're in good form. They have a good core of veteran presence and some impact players, so look for them. They're starting a similar lineup that just finished off over the weekend, so they will have a consistent run of play today.
Interestingly enough, San Antonio have scored fewer goals than any other team in the USL's top 8 in the Western Conference right now. They've had a lot of close games. In fact, 16 of their matches have been decided by 1 goal or less. And Dave, a large part of the reason that they're in 6th place right now has been the steady play in goal of Diego Restrepo.
Yeah, he's the 2017 Keeper of the Year, won an NCAA championship with Virginia. Sounders fans might know him from the Open Cup win when he led Tampa Bay Rowdies over Sounders in the Open Cup a few years ago.
So a solid presence in goal for San Antonio. Plenty of talent around the rest of the pitch. We'll get to that in a minute. But we've turned our eyes back to the youth for Sounders, too. And tonight we're keeping our eye, James, on 17-year-old Azriel Gonzalez.
Yeah, Gonzalez is a great player. Quick, skillful, very creative in the attacking third. So look for him to have some impact on the game. A great promotion of the pipeline through the academy system here at the Sounders. So I look for him to have a vibrant game today.
Dave, last time out against Las Vegas Lights, S2 wound up going up 2 men, but even over the first 40 minutes, they had a very complete performance. What has to happen tonight to replicate that?
To replicate that, they need to go off to a quick start. Press high, push the action. San Antonio is going to empty kind of their midfield frequently, and if players like David Olsen and Shannon Hopiau can occupy that empty space where the defensive midfielder would be, they can succeed tonight.
We'll take a break here on ESPN+. Don't go away. Kickoff between Sounders FC 2 and San Antonio FC coming up after this. Welcome back to Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, Washington, where we are moments away between the opening kickoff. Sounders FC 2 taking on San Antonio FC, and it might be sunny now, but take a look at this. It's back around 4 p.m. earlier today, pouring down rain here in Tacoma, Washington. Thankfully, though, things have cleared up, and it is now a beautiful evening for soccer. And Sounders FC 2 gets set to play host to San Antonio FC. Welcome back on ESPN+. Andrew Harvey alongside James Riley and Dave Clark for you on the call. And let's take a look at the starting 11 for the visiting San Antonio FC. And Dave, as you look at a couple names that really jump off the page.
Yeah, there's a couple seasoned MLS veterans that pay particular attention to right back Darnell King. He leads the team in chances created and assists. There's a unique thing going on with them too. Ethan Bryant is a 16-year-old playing as their number 10. This is a repeat lineup for San Antonio FC, right from their last match against LA Galaxy 2.
And as we flip things up and look at S2, James, there's a lot of MLS contracted players coming down. 4 in the starting 11 tonight.
Yes, absolutely. You see Alfaro, Rodon, and a few others to be named, Wingo, and look for them to be very vibrant tonight. It's a home game. They just coming off a 3-0 victory in their last home match, so I look for them to really set the pace, and also you have another stalwart in goal, Brian Mayer, that's getting a run tonight.
Sounders 2 overall this season, 4 wins, 14 losses, 2 draws, 20 goals for, and 39 allowed. And they've lost 7 of their last 8, but like we said, last time out at home, they did have a very complete performance. There's Brian Meredith, generally regarded as the number 2 on the MLS Sounders behind Stefan Fry, but it's been a while since he played, so he'll get the nod tonight. S2 getting ready for their pregame photo. And like I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, just a +1 goal differential for San Antonio FC. 25 goals scored, 24 conceded. James, a lot of tight matches for San Antonio.
Yeah, for me, what that stat says is this is a goal-oriented team, a result-oriented team who knows how to win by 1 goal or less, and they've dictated games with that margin over the course of the year. So they have a strong collective mentality and a strong individual mentality. So look for them to, especially riding a 4-game win streak, to really be a bit vibrant today and look to extend that win streak tonight.
Your referee is John Freeman, assistant referees Josh Hames and Christian Clerk. The 4th official is Saya McGee. We're almost set to go. San Antonio FC in white tops with white shorts. Sounders FC2 in rave green with blue shorts. S2 will be moving from right to left on your screen here in the first half. San Antonio headed back the other way. Dave, getting to the point now in the USL season that S2, if they want to make a run and try to fight their way into the top 8 to qualify for the postseason, the results have to come fast and often.
They have to mimic essentially the MLS Sounders path for the past several years. They have to win, and they have to win tonight, and they have to win their next game. The good news is their schedule is packed. If they're going to do it, they've got to start with nights like tonight. They've got help from, as James was saying, players like Henry Wingo, and it's interesting to see David Olsen up top. He's got a history of scoring when he's a forward, but at S2, most of the time, he's played back in the midfield. So we'll have to see how he reacts.
David Olsen, back in 2016, actually led the NCAA in goal scoring through the duration of his season with Seattle University. Of course, Seattle U wound up exiting in the NCAA tournament. And another player by the name of Jordan Morris eventually eclipsed him and had a very successful time with Stanford winning the College Cup. John Freeman blows the whistle. We're underway here at Cheney Stadium. 90 minutes of USL action between Sounders FC 2 and San Antonio FC. Denzel Ulysses hits that ball. Turned over, and Connor Presley can't handle it. Now, Ulysses, a player that early on in the season, his spot was kind of in jeopardy in the starting 11. Had a rough game against Swope Park Rangers where he was victimized by Carlton Belmar, but since then he's been rock solid, making his 20th start of the season tonight. Cyprian Hedrick goes back to Diego Restrepo. S2 unable to stay on the ball. It finds its way back to Hedrick. And near side for Greg Cochran. Cochran wants Presley down the line. Meredith comes to the edge of his area, scoops it up, and says good evening to Connor Presley. James, never too early in the game, I'm sure you remember as a defender, to try to get acquainted with the man you'd be facing down that evening.
Of course. No, Brian Meredith's good to call off the defender and come out for that ball. Shows his range, outside the box and, just on the edge of the box, so it was good.
Not a bad turnover by S2. One back in the holding midfield by Jesse Daly. Slotted back there alongside Alex Roldan, the younger brother of Christian Roldan of the MLS Sounders. Alex also on an MLS contract and also a former Seattle U man.
Coach Hutchison really wanting his team to start off with some high energy and high intensity at home, especially coming off the last victory against the Las Vegas Lights, where they're able to get some early goals. Look for them to really try to press the tempo.
Ball picked up at midfield. That ball was searching for David Olsen. Couldn't pick him out through a wall of bodies. Alfaro comes in with a towering header, knocks it forward. Darnell King up the line. And that is Omar Gordon drawing the free kick, first of the evening.
It was an interesting moment with Alex Roldan looking for David Olson quickly. They had played together at Seattle U, so I'm wondering if they can reignite that familiarity they had with each other.
Stephen McCarthy. Far side for Cochran. Over the top. Presley pulls it off of Bryant after it comes out of the air. And Connor Presley and Ethan Bryant, so often we're used to seeing plenty of youngsters on the field for S2, Dave, but Presley's just 20 and Bryant is listed as 16.
Yeah, San Antonio found him through their development program, their elite academy. It's not part of the USSDA, but they signed the youngster early. They have ambitions as an organization, and it's good to see teams at whether it's at the USL level, MLS, take the opportunity and give the opportunity to youngsters like that, particularly an American playing at the number 10 as just a teenager.
Ball back to Restrepo. Bryant now making his 5th start of the season. Ibrahim Usman throws in for the ball and comes away with it. Now Daly. Upper Hopiau. And it gets lost in the scrum.
Great closedown speed by Usman. He's done that already 3 times today, so continue to look at that matchup. Love his athleticism and his willingness to really close down the ball.
Bryant linking up with Gordon down the near side. Early ball in from Gordon and straight at Brian Meredith. Not the first real attacking opportunity of the night for either side. Ulysses looking to mimic the other way. Cochran closing him down. Inside and square for Wingo. Wingo picking up his head. Wingo is loose. He shoots. He scores! Henry Wingo, 5 minutes in, has put S2 on top. Right through a barrel of defenders. And no doubt buries it past Diego Restrepo.
Great goal. I mean, starts with Meredith, sure hands, initiates the break, is able to connect the pass. Another pass down the flank to Ulysses. Great cutback, and Harry Wingo does the rest. His willingness to take defenders on, burst of speed, gets the shot off, beats the keeper at the near post. Great goal, great start to the game. Exactly what Coach Hutchinson wanted. High energy, high intensity, try to push for an early goal.
I like what you saw from Wingo there, too. He knew that he was going in on goal. He used the space that Olsen opened. That's where he moved to. That's where he took his shot.
All right. Wingo's first goal of the USL season in what's now his 7th appearance with S2. And early goals can be so crucial to a team. Last time out against Las Vegas Lights, they only had to wait 2 minutes before they tucked one away on the back of Anthony Burke-Gilroy.
What was great about that goal is the efficiency of the attack. It was literally 3 passes and a shot on goal. If they can continue to have consistency in their collective movement to get into the attacking third, they should have continued success tonight.
Tony Alfaro is getting mobbed by Ethan Bryant back there. Wins a throw-in for his efforts. Thrown in by Usman. Gets over the head of Alex Roldan. Not clear by Sam Rogers. Here comes S2 once more. It's back to Wingo. Ball's going to take him a little bit wide. Cochran recovering. Ulysses on the underlap. Wingo cuts to his left and has it poked away. End-to-end stuff here in the first 7 minutes.
I like it. It's almost Ulysses almost having too much energy. When Henry Wingo's isolated, you want to maybe just stay out of that space. And being a former outside back, if I have my winger in isolated in the attacking third, sometimes you pick and choose when to support, when to underlap, when to overlap, or when to just let them go at that defender and try to create space and a serving opportunity on their own. For me, it got bogged down a little bit with Ulysses' underlap, but loved the energy. Now it's just recognizing game situations on when to go, when to hold.
Certainly, S2 boss John Hutchinson likes to encourage aggression from his younger players. Get them moving. Here they come again. It's Ulysses at the top of your screen. First ball in. Rebound almost collected by Wingo. He can't control it. It's gone out for a goal kick.
And now you saw exactly my point. That was a great opportunity to support the run of Wingo. He had just, expended a lot of energy, and now Ulysses almost tagged in to really create an overlap and create an opportunity.
There's the watchful eye of John Hutchinson, watching San Antonio come back the other way. Another overhit ball out for a goal kick.
It's going to be a great test for S2 to have the mentality again to not only just have a 1-0 victory, but get out in front and try to get multiple goals at home. On the opposite of that, we know that San Antonio FC has been in this position before and knows how to win close, tight games. So look for them to still be able to create their opportunities going on the other end.
Pardon me, the ball in, took a deflection. It'll be a corner kick for San Antonio FC.
S2 changed their corner kick defense. They've got 3 guys out available to counterattack now.
And we've touched on it now. If they can really have some intention in this break and their counterattack opportunities, they can be dangerous.
The outswinger from Charlie Ward, line drive, knocked down by Alfaro. Alex Roldan spins. He's run into by Darnell King, and that'll slow him up. Daly wants the ball over the top. It's looking for Gonzalez, and Gonzalez going to have a chance to play this ball. Hopiau running ahead. Gonzalez lays off. Once more Wingo. Restrepo with a sliding save as this one rolls to the far sideline. Wingo is by his man and chips it to no man's land. Darnell King collects. S2 looking hyper lethal on the counter in the early minutes here.
Fantastic break. Unfortunate to not have that goal, but great initial ball over the top of the pressure to really spring Gonzalez there. Great decision by the youngster. The way the pass was great. Maybe Harry Wingo can go one time. The extra touch allows Restrepo to really close down that lane. But all in all, the break was fantastic. Exactly what we alluded to right before the corner kick.
S2 just trying to settle in with a bit of possession now. 10th minute here at Cheney Stadium. Sounders 2 on top 1-0. This is Guzman. Ball comes behind Shannon Hopiau.
Great reaction by Daly. Love it. Very high energy by S2, exactly what we wanted. But the reaction's even better by Daly here. Great through ball over the top. Ariel with the young vibrancy to really take defenders on. This ball here is fantastic. Maybe a little lighter, but I think maybe one to set him up with a one-time opportunity. Takes that touch. Restrepo closes down the angle very nicely.
This does not look good for S2. Sam Rogers has gone down. You saw earlier when we flashed to John Hutchinson, he immediately got up shortly after the goal and told some of his players to go start warming up. He may have been aware of something wrong with Sam Rogers, who is down and appears frustrated as he pounds the turf there. And now the question is, do they burn a substitute 11 minutes into the match or see if Rogers is fit to continue?
They've got some interesting choices. The bench is short tonight. Nick Hines, Ray Sari, David Estrada, Anthony Berkey-Gilroy are available. None of them are center backs. Only David Estrada is considered fully fit right now.
The club had been raving about Rogers recently. He is walking off under his own power, but very gingerly favoring that right leg. All right, it looks like it's Nick Hines will be the man who gets the nod to come in. Well, we'll wait for that to become official. And the question now becomes, what on earth do you do with your back line?
Usman's one of those taller left backs. I wouldn't be surprised if they move him over, put Tony Alfaro in the right center back, and then have Nick Hines, who has some left back experience, come on.
Well, they'll play a man down in the meantime. Rogers being evaluated on the near sideline. Meanwhile, it's Connor Presley. Presley going ahead for Guzman. That ball comes behind Bryant, but Bryant fights his way back to it. Drop back for Cochran, spun toward the back post. Headed away by Guzman. Darnell King takes it out of the air. Back to Hedrick. Charlie Ward. Gordon. Nicked away by S2. Gonzalez back to Guzman. Alfaro. San Antonio going with the high press while they have
Alfaro
the
just
advantage.
needs to dump that, get that a deep throw, so now you can get your substitution and some gamesmanship there. Alfaro has it on his favors left foot and just needs to really clip it to the attacking third for a throw in. Allows you to get your substitution on.
Back pass toward the line and in. A mishit ball, and it's an own goal. Catastrophe at home for S2. 13th minute. And they've given away the equalizer.
That's exactly what I have alluded to. So the mentality to score an early goal in that next 5 minutes is critical for a team to really sustain that pressure or give up a goal opportunity. For me, Daly just needs to clip this ball. Clip this ball, and if you're going to play it back, don't frame the goal. You need to play it to Brian Meredith's right foot so that it's not framed on goal. Brian Meredith definitely needs to be able to do better, but the ball back, it needs to just be clipped down. You had Alfaro with an opportunity to clip it down the field, and you also had Daly with an opportunity to click it down the field. Get the substitutions on, and now be playing at full strength and get sorted out.
So it goes down as a Jesse Daly own goal. We had thought it would be Nick Hines who got the nod. Instead, David Estrada will check in for Sam Rogers.
And that shout to clip the ball needs to be coming from the veterans on the field, the core guys that know a bit of gamesmanship, knows that they're playing down a man, know that they have guys playing out of position. Clip the ball all the way down the field, even if it has to go for a goal kick, a deep throw in, and allow your team to really regroup and play even strength.
S2 will look to rally the momentum back their way. Just an uncharacteristic error from Daly. As you mentioned, James, perhaps a bit of the folly of youth.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. I think Daly simply just don't frame the goal. I've been there before, knowing how to pass back to your goalkeeper, put it on Meredith's right foot, allow Meredith to hook it, or even before so, just hook it yourself. And Meredith absolutely needs to do better, even if he has to dive on it to give away an indirect kick, whatever he has to do to really, really prevent that type of fall in and mishap.
Gonzalez tied up there by Ward. Gordon, bit of a back heel, gets it to Hedrick. Darnell King, nicked away by Guzman.
And even going back to before the goal, S2 had an opportunity to make it 2-0 on Wingo's opportunity from the pass on Ariel Gonzalez. That's that killer instinct that S2's been missing throughout this season. They get some chances here and there. That is a full opportunity to bring this game to 2-0. Unfortunate, doesn't happen, and it goes back the other way.
Opiao, nifty cross, punched away by Restrepo. Out as far as Alex Roldan. Roldan thought about the long-range chance, takes another step. He's going to go for goal. That one straight into Charlie Ward. Played back to Restrepo. He's under pressure and dumps it away. Darnell King wants Gordon down the line. Alfaro is there.
It's great distribution by Restrepo. Good composure. I've seen him do that a couple times this evening. Very composed on the ball with his feet. Good distribution.
Rolled on to Daly. Looked around Alfaro. Gonzalez on the near sideline. Gonzalez goes down, and it's out for a throw-in.
S2's shape is what they normally do, but there's a lot of pieces not in their traditional spots. David Olson's dropped back to one of the holding midfielders. Jesse Daly's now a center back.
The on-field chemistry has suffered notably.
Yep.
Give away from San Antonio there.
And even just the continuity with the lines being connected. If David Estrada pushes up and you know he has the willingness to press defenses and back lines, the second line behind him has to be connected. And you saw multiple players late on that. Very fortunate to go out for a throw-in for S2.
Wingo going to try to make something happen up the far side. Wingo fights his way inside, into the middle for Esriel Gonzalez, only as far as Hopia, who goes down in the heap as the ball's cleared away. Guzman runs down Bryant from behind. This one gets back to Brian Meredith. Daly taking some space. Going over the top, and Denzo Ulysses not happy with the service.
Just some miscommunication there. Comes with maybe not playing with each other on this right flank, but simple. As Ulysses clears space, he's going to check away, check two, clear space, gives himself a yard or two to receive the ball with his foot. So just better communication there. But the thought was good, just unfortunate not to be on the same page.
Well, it looks like Henry Wingo almost has dropped back a line. Jesse Daly's gone to fill the hole at center back, left by Sam Rogers. David Olson making way for Estrada, is now playing basically as a 6 himself. S2's lineup card a little bit looking like a puzzle box that's had all the pieces jumbled up.
It is. This is going to be a test on S2's mentality, how to be result-oriented despite having multiple injuries, despite having to play guys out of position, to be at home, to have this game even again after going up 1-0 and still be creating chances. It should be, you know, a test of the mentality of this group to see how they can be result-oriented and get some type of result out of this game.
Restrepo wants Gordon down the near side.
Another fantastic ball by Restrepo. Great distributions thus far.
You can see why he was the keeper of the year.
Yes, big save on Wingo. Kept his team in it. Could have been 2-0 easily. And distribution's been sound, composed.
Rolled on for Ulysses. Hold on, turning on Presley. Hopiau. Hopiau going to move in. Tries to lay it off for Ulysses, who wasn't expecting it. Gone out for a goal kick. Select is the official soccer ball of the USL. For the latest Select products and special offers, visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50.
Unfortunate, again, some miscommunication, and for me, no excuse. Hopiau and Ulysses have been playing together all year. That needs to be, at this point in the season, especially when you're really pushing for wins, needs to be buttoned up. That needs to be a sound exchange, playing to his feet, playing to his space, what have you. But you see some frustration on both players there.
Bryant looking for Cochran down the far side. Daly shovels it over the touchline, and it's a San Antonio throw. Running for Bryant. Cochran. Back to McCarthy. And Gordon tripped up by Ibrahim Uzman. Free kick in a promising position for San Antonio.
James, we've seen either a less aggressive or less precise press from S2. It's almost like they've pulled back a couple of their guys, but 1 or 2 steps too late now on their press.
Yep.
How do they correct that?
You see that now the forward, the lone target guy or the one initiating press really has to take a look over his shoulder and look if he actually has the personnel connected to go with him. If not, he has to hold his line. But that communication has to be done on the field. Either you're getting communication from your midfield line telling you to go press, or you're not, and they're telling you to hold. That's a simple communication issue. But usually that player can either initiate the press, and the team has to follow along, and you see them being very disconnected on that.
Charlie Ward strikes this one across the face of goal. That one gets over the end line for a goal kick, but there was a free header available for San Antonio.
Yes, McCarthy with the free header, not the person you want with the free header. Free header, center back coming across. Slight misdirect.
Now a long ball over the top, looking for Estrada. McCarthy quickly recovering. Hopiau going through. Estrada lays off for Gonzalez. Gonzalez moved toward the byline. He'll go down on contact, but he will not get that call from John Freeman. Hutchinson trying to get the press coordinated. He wants to pin San Antonio in.
Yep, absolutely. Now you see a bit more coordination, as you alluded to, of just getting the line set. That's all it comes down to. Communication, get your line set, get in a good starting position, and then you guys can, and then the team can go from there.
Olsen winning another throw in along the near side.
With this lineup shift, what's very good about it, and S2 needs to find a way to use it to their strength, you have two defenders very capable of dealing with the ball at their feet in tight spaces and connecting play. You have Alfaro and Daly now. Daly, usually a midfielder, is going to be very good with his feet. So look for him to really try to get a hold of this game just by connecting passes and being composed in the back. Love his work rate, his mentality, and now all he has to do is figure out how to really impact the game positively from his backline position.
Guzman has fouled Gordon once again here along the near sideline. Came through the back of him.
And we talked about Guzman's close down speed initially at the first part of the game. Now it's knowing how to close down without fouling, how to not go through someone, how to chop your feet, how to decelerate, and really just he does his job if he makes that player go negative or square. It doesn't have to win the ball every time. It doesn't have to be a collision every time. If I close down the player at speed, I don't allow him a turn, and I force him to go negative, I've done my job. It allows my lines to edge forward, and now, we're biting on a negative pass instead of giving up fouls in dangerous spots.
Two-man wall for S2. Cochran and Ward, the men over the ball. Cochran checks out. Ward lifts this one in. Another free header from McCarthy. That's off the post and turned in by Ever Guzman. His 4th goal in as many games. And San Antonio take the lead in the 24th minute, 2-1.
Again, McCarthy getting free. And I said that you didn't want him to get free in the box. This time he was able to put his header on goal. You have an outswinger here. Another good ball. McCarthy comes free off the post. Follow up. Goal.
Well, just like that, S2 looked to have had all the momentum going their way. Early goal, and then Sam Rogers goes down. One miss-hit back pass, and now they find themselves on the wrong side of the scoreline, all inside of 25 minutes.
It's certainly going to be a gut check time for S2. How do you go up 1-0 in this game at home, and in the 25th minute find yourself down 2-1 with a center back subbed out because of an injury, having to reshuffle the lineup? Again, it comes down to mentality. Win your individual duels in your own zone, and collectively you get momentum to build. And you almost have to over-communicate because you have guys playing out of position. So make the obvious even that much more obvious with your communication and your direction you're giving to your teammates on the field.
S2 wins the ball with a hard challenge. Estrada, a give and get from Alex Roldan. And one back by Presley. Presley straight back to Guzman. Mikey Lopez, near side for Gordon, going back to Lopez. Alfaro is there, and he will escort it over the goal line, forgive me. That now the 5th goal of the season for Ever Guzman. That gives him the team lead.
Poacher's goal following up the play. Gets a tap in, quickest to react, looking for an opportunistic opportunity in the goal mouth.
Ulysses picks out Hopiao. Back the middle toward Olsen. Gets it by Gordon. Tripped up a little bit there, but nothing given. Gordon going to stretch things going the other way. Now Ward. Out wide to Guzman. Floated in, free header at the back post, and that one turned away by a brilliant stop by Brian Meredith. It's a save he shouldn't need to make, but he comes up big.
Great save. Again, that opportunity coming from an S2 turnover in the middle third. Very dangerous to turn the ball over in the middle third.
Take another look at it here.
Allows S2 to come on. Great composure by Guzman to cut it back, really look for help. Guzman with the delightful chip over to set up his player. Brian Meredith with a good save to shuffle his feet, get over to his near post.
Ward with the in-swinger from the far side. And a foul given against San Antonio inside the penalty area.
Another thing to note, we spoke about it at the beginning of the broadcast. San Antonio, very capable of holding on to this game 2-1. So it's they've been used to winning games by 1-goal margins, playing games by 1-goal margins. So it's going to be up for S2 to really continue to press the tempo without exposing themselves too much on the break or on set piece opportunities, which was their demise on the second goal.
Hedrick back to Restrepo. The USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow @USL on Twitter.
Although they didn't get the throw, when you saw S2 with a more organized press, they set their line and they initiated their press on the back pass and the square ball.
One back. It's Estrada now. Estrada, an option to square this ball to Wingo. Wingo takes a touch. He goes for goal. He's put it outside the frame of net. Can't get it on target. He'll make a case that it got deflected, but Wingo just shinned it.
Wingo might be looking for a penalty here. Great turnover, great through ball by Estrada, taking that touch again. He's saying that his back leg is getting clipped, but he's not going to get that foul. Unlucky. Saying in his windup, his leg's getting clipped a bit, which is throwing his timing off, which we understand it happens, but he's not going to get that penalty.
Low driven ball from Restrepo to restart play.
Again, Wingo could have a hat trick in the first 29 minutes. Put himself in some good spots, and these are full opportunities. I'm talking 6 to 8 yards in front of goal.
Another searching ball that Presley can't handle. 29th minute, San Antonio leading 2-1 here at Cheney Stadium on the back of a Jesse Daly own goal. And a rebound off the post that was tucked away by Ever Guzman. This is Gonzalez. Wants Estrada on the ground. Friendly rebound comes to Mikey Lopez. Hedrick, the give and go.
S2 will get their opportunities. They need to continue to press the issue, have an organized press, have connected lines, and they've shown the ability to really create turnovers in their own attacking third and go straight to goal. So they'll continue to get their opportunities throughout the night. Now it's about capitalizing on their opportunities. I certainly feel there's more goals in this game.
There's San Antonio head coach Darren Powell in his third year at the helm of the club since they joined the USL in 2016. San Antonio teams have traditionally found a lot of success as Meredith spins his ball back in play. Roldan up to Gonzalez. Left for Uzman. A clever back heel. Uzman cuts inside.
Wow.
And Ibrahim Uzman was waylaid there on the near sideline. An immediate yellow card for Mikey Lopez. And Uzman down and slow to his feet. Take another look at it here.
Yeah, you can see the close down speed. You know the player's going down right now. Drags his leg a little bit. Definitely a yellow card. Referee was on top of it. Awards the kick.
San Antonio third in the league for yellows, and Mikey Lopez second on the team for yellows. So something they're a little bit prone to. S2 needs to take advantage of it now. It's a prime spot for a free kick.
Yep. So an in-swinger here, you want to try to frame the goal. Frame the goal as you have guys on the in-swinger so that if nothing happens, it can go straight inside the net. And you want to have runners really getting across to really create havoc in front of this goalkeeper, Restrepo.
Uzman is back on his feet. Still on the field talking to the trainers. He'll have to step off the field because the trainer came on to check on him.
Gonzalez looks like the man to step up with this in-swinger. Look for him to put it in with some pace, really get runners right across that 6-yard box.
Shannon Hopiau over the ball, as is
You
Gonzalez.
want to try to frame the goal as much as possible.
Gonzalez strikes a low one toward the near post. Rebound comes behind Tony Alfaro. Charlie Ward under pressure from Alfaro. Only gets as far as Alex Roldan. Estrada now. Over the top for Alfaro. And he is unable to beat out Greg Cochran. Cochran hits it straight into touch. Usman mishits that ball. Gordon, a huge touch into space. He's burned by Usman. Gordon closing in the penalty area. Usman recovers, makes a tackle. It's a clean one. Brilliant recovery from Usman.
Great recovery by Usman. Didn't quit on the play. Really tracked back the player all the way through. Great recovery. And those are the reactions you want. Those are the reactions you want after a turnover. Here, gets beat on the initial one, doesn't give up. Tries to cut down the defender's angle, and the defender goes back with a cutback. Almost did Usman a favor. The defender in that point did all the work. He really needs to hit it.
And Usman now down on the ground behind the play. You have to wonder, especially given that he was already in a vulnerable state, and that recovery run to save a goal takes something out of him. And the trainers are actually checking Usman's neck. The foul that brought him down from Lopez hit him low, but he was moving his head very gingerly.
He was trying to stretch his head as he got up from that foul that earned the yellow card.
Yeah, and going back to that play again, Gordon with an incredible burst of speed read the play and almost did himself a disservice not to just hit that ball with all the momentum he carried. Tries the cheeky cutback, but at that time you have defenders really closing down. He had the space. All he had to do is really hit it on goal. So that could come back to haunt San Antonio as this game progresses. A prime opportunity for San Antonio to go up 3-1 in this game.
San Antonio knocked the ball over the goal line. Brian Meredith will restart it from his own end. "35 minutes elapsed here at Cheney Stadium. 10 to go until the break. You can watch highlights from every game of the 2018 season and stay up to date with news from across the USL at the league's official Facebook page, facebook.com/USL Soccer. Usman has stepped back on the field now. Olsen picks out Wingo. One away by Presley. Now Bryant. Presley making the run ahead. Wide for Guzman. One back by Wingo along the far sideline. He goes back to Daly. Ulysses calling for the ball over the top. Hit further, was looking for Shannon Hopiau, but it comes to McCarthy. Daly, another back pass, a bouncer for Brian Meredith. Boy, he's not been giving Brian much to work with back there this evening.
Brian might have a long conversation with Jesse Daly at half.
Discombobulated is definitely the adjective that seems to describe S2 the best ever since they lost Sam Rogers back in the 13th minute. Here's Meredith under pressure.
And that's the reality. Usually in a game when you lose one player, you're deep enough on the bench, or you set up your bench to account for guys that maybe have little knocks, that are maybe in form, that are dynamic, flexible players that can come in and play multiple positions. But the reality is S2 doesn't have a lot of bodies. They're playing with a short bench tonight. And so with an unexpected injury, it forces you to reshuffle when going into the game. You may have not thought you had to do that.
I think it also shows a lot of how this is Sam Rogers' team. He's the captain. He's only 20, but the defense succeeds when Sam Rogers succeeds.
Estrada absorbing some pressure there. Wins a quick free kick. Smash to the near side toward Gonzalez.
But you saw, for me, what characterizes that injury is you have one sub, and usually you can go a like for a like, change your center back, but that one sub created a domino effect where you had to shift multiple guys in multiple positions. Now you have certain guys playing. You have two to three guys playing out of position because you had to shift Sam Rogers to the bench because of injury. So, my point is having a deep bench or knowing who you need subs for allowed you to do like for like. But you saw that one sub with Sam Rogers and now initiated multiple players having to shift a bit.
And certainly, S2 are ruining the fact that Rodrigue Ele is not available tonight on yellow card accumulation. How different might things have been? This is Mikey Lopez up the far side. Low ball in, corralled by Alex Roldan. Presley fights his way to it, gets it across the face of goal. And it's not clear if Guzman put that high or if it was a recovery run from Uzman.
Very fortunate not to give up that one. Alfaro choosing to try to take the ball down when he had an opportunity to just clear the ball, get it out of the danger zone. Missed touch leads to that opportunity. Very, very fortunate not to be giving up the third goal there.
High press from San Antonio. Complicates Meredith's inbound. Now it's reached Uzman.
When the ball's on Alfaro's foot there, Ulysses should be as wide and as high as possible because Alfaro has the quality on his left foot to really stretch that ball and hit it.
Early ball from Ulysses, looking for Gonzalez. Misplayed by Darnell King. It'll run into touch. S2 will have a chance to take a throw-in from the near side. Picks out Uzman. David Olson being asked to play as a holding midfielder right now. Henry Wingo. Over to Ulysses. Hopiao has Ward on his back. Another link up to Wingo. Wingo, space for a cross. Stopped cold by McCarthy. Restrepo picks it up.
Wingo's been good tonight. He's been bright. He's been energetic. His explosive pace is very good. Gets into good spots. You saw it again, a slashing run. Good timing on the ball by Roldan. Wingo's first touch carries him in space with the momentum and tries to drive that across the six. Not bad. If they continue to do that, they'll create opportunities. So continue to find Wingo, give them the ball in good spots. They've had their most success down this right flank.
40 minutes played. Dave, does it feel like S2 spiritually have kind of recovered from that 1-2 punch of the injury to Sam Rogers and the own goal?
I think so. They're playing with some purpose now. They've figured out everybody's role. The press is starting to look how it did early in the game. So it's something that I think if they continue to play like this, they're going to get another goal.
Lopez gets the better of Daly. Cross finds Alex Roldan. Daly going to release upfield. Estrada, 4 defenders around him. Alfaro, Gonzalez trying to get it through for Uzman. He'll tie up with Darnell King. Gets it to Estrada, back heel to Uzman. And the cross blocked excellently by Darnell King. Crunching tackle from Tony Alfaro there. That's going to draw a free kick. Referee deeming that Alfaro either got there a little bit early or a little bit late. And the referee not going to allow the quick restart.
Why the referee doesn't allow a quick restart without giving out a yellow card, I don't understand that. He's just marked it with the spray.
Well, and certainly you could argue, given how early Alfaro was into that challenge, that he could have warranted a yellow card for that.
Yeah, very fortunate. And even more fortunate to bring the spot kick back because San Antonio was through.
Cochran looking for Bryant. Daly gets it a little bit clear. Wingo going to keep this ball in play on the far side. Looks like he just can't really get his feet set underneath him. Comes into the middle for Hopiau. Olsen looking to switch things up. He finds Gonzalez. Guzman now on the overlap. Olsen back to Alfaro under pressure. Alex Roldan wants Ulysses. Alex Roldan. Hits that on the ground behind Ulysses. It'll go out for an S2 throw-in. James, it just feels like S2 has lost some of the fluidity that they had in the attacking third over those first 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, they did. I think San Antonio settled into the game, but having said that, S2 is still creating opportunities. Here you got a great fit spot kick chance. I think they just need to continue to recognize as a collective unit where you're having your most success, and for me it's through Harry Wingo. Very good at being that first player, his acceleration, and then connecting that pass. And on the other side, Gonzalez has done well with the ball at his feet. Guzman's done well to overlap. So really understanding that most of your success is coming from flank play, whether on the right or left side. So continue to find those players in those spots, get runners in the box, edge your lines, get some services off, get some crosses off, make use of your set pieces as they have an opportunity right here.
That's Wingo, the goal scorer from earlier, and the center back, Tony Alfaro, that are lined up over this ball. Alfaro appearing to be the left-footed option. Looks to be about a five-man wall for San Antonio. Ulysses starting the overlap.
I think Alfaro's going to hit it.
It's Alfaro. It's low toward goal. Restrepo stops it on the line. Alfaro did enough to weave it through traffic, but Restrepo was in the right place.
Good footwork by Restrepo, and good hands to really get over to cover that goal. Looks like it goes just under, just to the side of the wall. Good, sure footwork to get across.
Wingo wants to release Gonzalez. It's a high ball that'll carry Gonzalez wide, too wide, in fact. And we tick towards stoppage time here in the first half.
James, how many center backs did you play with that would take a free kick in those circumstances?
Yeah, it just depends, honestly. If you have the personnel, depends on your personnel. I'm sure if S2 had their first choice lineup, it'd be different. But I think Alvaro has a very cultured left foot. He's been good at the spots in pass, and I think, give him a go. I know Harry Wingo was looking at it as well, so they definitely had the conversation and elected to let Alvaro take it.
Ball back to Meredith. 4 minutes of added time is what fourth official Sia McGee signals over on the near sideline. Well, seems about right between 3 goals and a couple of lengthy injury delays. James, in your mind, what does S2 need to do correctly or need to accomplish in order to get into halftime with their heads up?
Not give up another goal and create a chance down on the other end. Continue to surge forward.
Wingo picks out Guzman. Wingo around Gordon. Poked away to Olsen. Hopiau. Ulysses picks his head up, looking for the cross.
Great ball.
Sends that one in.
Great ball.
Estrada went down in the area.
S2 needs more of that. An opportunity to really circulate the ball, get it into spots where you can get services into the box and have numbers in the box to make runs. Great ball by Ulysses. It's a touch, good first touch for the preparation. Great ball delivered.
Darnell King heads away the ensuing corner kick. Guzman and Usman doing battle. Usman wins out. Estrada. Hopiau turns it very nicely.
Penalty.
Bowled over by King. Right on the edge of the box is where the foul will be given.
Very close to being a pen.
And it's a yellow card for Darnell King. Second yellow of the game for the visitors.
Remember when I said Mikey Lopez was second on the team in yellows?
Mm-hmm.
Darnell King's first.
Well, the ratio remains intact. Take another look at it here.
This is close.
Great camera angle for us to look.
Fouls here. Very unfortunate. For me, that's a penalty. You give the benefit to the attacker as he drifts into the box. If the contact continues to occur, the benefit of the doubt should go to the attacker, and this is coming from a
former
defender
career
at heart,
defender, yeah.
right? So you get away with that first tug, but if you continue with the second, third, and get a foot in there as Hopiau's going into the box, for me, a penalty should be awarded. But you asked me what S2 should do to get into the halftime with their heads up, exactly what they've been doing.
Quick restart. Blasted off of Mikey Lopez, out for another corner. We'll take another look at the foul from moments ago, but the corner looks like it'll be taken quickly. Gonzalez chips this one in. Another header from Darnell King. Ulysses tries to hit it back toward Olsen. Alex Roldan's there, gets it back. Now it's Roldan. Roldan spins that one in, space for Wingo, and a brace for Wingo! 48th minute, and Sounders 2 pull level in stoppage time.
Fantastic mentality. Good composure on the flank there. Not really forcing a service, but really looking to find the right spot. Great composure by Roldan. He's been very clinical in his passing accuracy tonight. Good spot there to find himself at the top of the box. Takes his first touch to collect, second touch to drive into the box. Just whip it across, something will happen. Wingo with the fantastic first touch and another finish.
What I love from Henry Wingo there is he just kept putting himself in the right position to score.
Yep.
And if you do that often enough, you'll get those goals.
Nearly at the end of the allotted 4 minutes of stoppage time. We'll probably play a little bit more because of the goal. But a huge momentum rallying moment from Henry Wingo, who pulls S2 level in the dying minutes of the first half.
We knew there would be more goals in this game, as I spoke about earlier, just because S2's continued to put themselves in good spots, as Dave alluded to as well. Wingo's been very good tonight. Love his ability. Now you see him closing down the ball, forcing Cochran all the way back, done his job as a winger. He's brought good energy, good explosive ability, and he's found himself in great scoring position. So if he can keep that up throughout the game, S2 certainly have an opportunity to win this game.
Ibrahim Usman knocks down Gordon for the third time this evening. Another free kick. And Usman, not going to escape justice three times in a row. He will be carded for accumulation.
And this is where he needs communication from his center backs and his goalkeeper, saying, Usman, you're doing fantastic. Just force the play negative. We can't continue to give up silly set-piece opportunities for a team that have very good targets in the attacking opportunity when you bring up their two center backs, McCarty and Hendrick. Very capable center backs, and you've seen McCarthy get open 2 times already for free headers. One hits the post, or one goes wide, one hits the post, and it's a follow-up tap in. So these set-piece opportunities are very dangerous.
Cochran and Ward over it once more. Ward has taken all the ones from this position so far. Hedrick and McCarthy available at the back post. Presley, Gordon in the middle. Guzman and Lopez at the near post. This one's toward goal and straight to a waiting Brian Meredith. That's the last kick of the first half. Well, despite some miscues, Sounders 2 with a massive goal right at the end of the first to rally some momentum. James, what does that mean for a club that really struggled through the middle portion of the first half?
Yeah, great lift for S2. I mean, they started the game off very brightly. They had some bright moments. They were able to go, equalize it at the death of halftime. So very good momentum to lead into the halftime whistle and come out in the second half with the same type of energy and intensity to really put themselves in a position to get a result.
That's the first half brace for Henry Wingo. We'll take a break here at Cheney Stadium. After 45, it's Sounders 2-2, San Antonio 2.
If I told you I'd give you directions to the greatest place on earth, what would you think? Would you pack your bags for Cali? Put on a little hat with mouse ears? No need. See, the greatest place on earth is right here in your backyard. I'm talking about Cheney Stadium, the South Sound's crown jewel and home of Tacoma Rainiers baseball. There's a little something for everyone at a Rainiers game. And when views of the field are this good and drinks are this cold, you'll get one taste and be hooked. Tickets are available at TacomaRainiers.com. Rainiers baseball. This is our city.
Hi, my name is Ray Sorry, center mid, and I got one question for you.
I'm David Olson. I'm a forward, and I got one question for you.
I have one question for you. I'm Francisco Narbon. I'm a center mid. I got one question for you.
Do you S2?
Do you S2?
Do you S2?
I S2.
I S2. We S2.
We S2.
We S2.
Do I S2?
Do I S2?
Do I S2?
What kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that?
Now I know what you're thinking.
I know what you're thinking.
I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it too.
Do you S2?
What does S2 mean to me? What does S2 mean to me?
Love.
I suck.
I got a question.
I got a question for you. I got a question.
Do you S2?
Second time, and it's blocked.
Wow, what a save from Wazinski there.
And another save for Lopez. Estrada, save, Fettelson.
Nachimpong, left-footed ball, save.
Starikov, save, Grant Jinsing. Force the counterattack the other way. Christian Duke couldn't get there, great move. T2 on the move, it's a 2-on-1. Still with it, T2 all the way, oh my goodness.
To free up Sam Hamilton, and now speaking of freeing up, here's Shane Malcolm. Malcolm with the left foot scores!
What a tremendous goal from Shane Malcolm, absolutely beautiful.
Jeb looking to work some space, but Jeb's gonna give it a go! Beyond the Jeb with his fourth goal of the season, and it's an absolute beauty.
Another chance, and San Antonio FC delivers! The Desmond will send it across. Adi on the header, and Pickens makes the save. And again, it's a teasing ball towards the back post, and Ferrigno somehow, some way, tips it over the bar. Troyer! Oh, a spectacular save by McGuire.
Mohamed, no.
Oh, Danny Lim, great save. 5 players edge of the Tampa Bay penalty area, and oh, what a goal. And it's Nana Adekora. Pushing upfield, go to the top by Venegas, and it's in for Indy. McInerney on the doorstep.
Played into the box for Asante, knocks it down, and it's in the net.
Burt crosses this one, far side for Uso, into the back of the net!
Nice little touch.
To Francois, drive there it is! It's outside of the house!
Lead. Down, Illich stabs it back, Davis!
Welcome back to Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, Washington, here on ESPN Plus, where it's been an action-packed first 45 minutes. 2-2 between Sounders FC2 and San Antonio FC. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Andrew Harvey alongside James Riley and Dave Clark for you. And James, that may be the most eventful first 45 we've seen out of S2 this season.
Yeah, it was exciting. I mean, chances galore. They've created some full opportunities. Very fortunate to get 2 goals in the first half, and they continue that same pace. I see additional goals in the second half.
Dave, Sounders too, obviously the injury to Sam Rogers in the 13th minute. They play down for a few minutes while they're down. Jesse Daly hits a back pass. Just really things kind of come off the wagon for them a little bit there. Can you talk about what needed to happen for them to regain their composure?
What they did to regain their composure was figure out their lines, when they needed to press, who needed to press, how to do it. Everybody was essentially playing new positions. Shannon Hopiau, who had been a right midfielder, was the center midfielder to start. David Olson started the game as the forward and is now a defensive midfielder. Jesse Daly is a defensive midfielder, now a center back. Once they sorted out their roles, they were on even par with San Antonio. Unfortunately, San Antonio was up 2 goals at that, or up 1 goal, 2-1 at that point.
Well, Ibrahim Usman wound up drawing a yellow card for persistent infringement against Omar Gordon, but really the battle between Gordon and Usman has been one of the most enticing parts of this match so far, James.
Yeah, it is. You have 2 very athletic players with extreme pace going back and forth. Gordon getting the better of Usman on some occasion, and Usman doing the same on the other. For me, it's up to Usman to really close down space without having to foul. Just make Gordon go negative, and he's done his job. And really try to delay enough to get help over to help you with the defensive responsibilities.
Dave, Sounders FC 2 have never managed to win against San Antonio FC. And San Antonio FC, I don't believe, has ever lost a match in the Pacific Northwest if you consider their matches against Timbers 2 and the Vancouver Whitecaps 2, now defunct, of course. As you look at this second 45, what has to happen for S2 for them to take all 3?
Well, because S2 has so many players that are good with the ball at their feet on the field because of where Daly and Olsen are playing, I think they need to take advantage of that. Press forward, push, dribble out of traffic, and create opportunities through space right up the midfield because you have the players on the spine that can do it.
Well, if the second half lives up to the promise of the first, this is a sure thing lock for match of the week. Don't go away. We'll take a break, but when we return, we'll have the second 45. Again, at halftime, it's Sounders FC 2-2, San Antonio FC 2.
My name is Ray Sari, center mid, and I got 1 question for you.
I'm David Olson. I'm a forward, and I got 1 question for you.
I have 1 question for you. I'm Francisco Narbon. I'm a center mid. I got 1 question for you.
Do you S2?
Do you S2?
Do you S2?
I S2.
I S2. We S2.
We S2.
We S2.
Do I S2?
Do I S2?
Do I S2?
What kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that?
What kind of question is that?
Now I know what you're thinking.
I know what you're thinking.
I know what you're thinking, because I'm thinking it too.
Do you S2?
What does S2 mean to me? What does S2 mean to me?
Love.
I suck.
I got a question.
I got a question for you. I got a question.
Do you S2?
Welcome back at Cheney Stadium here in Tacoma, Washington. 2-2 through the first 45 minutes here on ESPN+. Andrew Harvey alongside James Riley and Dave Clark for you. James has been an action-packed first half. Certainly our instant replay guy had his hands full, but he's put together this, your halftime highlight package. And James, just kind of walk us through this.
Yeah, of course, first goal, great overlap by Ulysses. He comes into Wingo. Wingo with a fantastic individual effort, beats the keeper at the near post. This one is what we talk about. Multiple opportunities to clear the ball up the field. They're down 1 minute at this time with the sub coming on. Back pass needs to go outside the goal box. You never frame the goal on a back pass to the goalkeeper, and you saw what happens and the reason why. Set piece opportunity given up multiple times by S2. Initial header given away, and the follow-up is an easy one. And then here, Alex Roldan doing the right thing. Good first touch into the box, drives it across. Wingo with a great first touch and a toe poke into the far post.
Well, lots of detail going on there. Thank you for that, James. That's how we got to 2-2. But certainly you said when it was just 2-1 that you saw more goals in this one, and I'd have to imagine as you're staring down the barrel of the second 45, pretty much still the same scenario.
Yes, it is. And I would like to ask Dave why there was no smoke today. There's 2 goals, and I usually look over to the ECS and see smoke, but I have no idea. Did they use it all for Seafair weekend, or do they still have smoke over there?
I think the couple in charge of smoke is a little bit distracted. Right now they're busy planning a special lifetime event.
There you go.
So they might be
that would be the reason.
Now.
Okay.
Yeah,
they don't have any subs either. They're not subbing on with the right personnel.
Short bench for the tall boy terrace.
Well, the bench potentially going to get a little bit longer here before too long goes by. But well, there's CS2 set to reconvene. Again, they had to use 1 sub back in the 13th minute. David Estrada checked in for Sam Rogers right after the Jesse Daly own goal. San Antonio FC still has all 3 of their subs. 3 players have been booked so far in this one. 2 for San Antonio, Mikey Lopez and Darnell King. And Ibrahim Usman, the man carrying a yellow card for S2. We're back underway on the whistle of John Freeman. Another 45 minutes to what's been really great soccer at both ends of the pitch.
Really has. I mean, San Antonio has put some good surges together as well. They've had some good connection. Definitely had an opportunity to go up 3-1 and multiple times. Didn't, and they allowed S2 to get back into the game. S2 with another opportunity here. Penalty.
Hopia goes down. Penalty. We talk about a fast start in the second half. There you go. Shannon Hopia down, holding his ankle. He took the worst end of a challenge on some really promising link-up play. Estrada telling the trainers to stay off the field. Hopia should be good, and a couple of S2 players will help the man back to his feet. I'll look at it here.
Good first touch away from a defender. Yep, gets clipped there on the back foot. McCarthy goes down a bit early. Hopia with a great first touch to get past the defender, set himself up on goal. We'll see if they can convert. Wingo with the opportunity to complete the hat trick here.
Wingo facing off against Restrepo. Again, Restrepo, a very accomplished keeper. Wingo goes left, misses wide of the post. He fans it wide.
That's two games in a row S2 has failed to convert from the spot. It's not the easiest thing to do in the world. You certainly have to put the ball on frame, especially at home. Make the goalkeeper make a save. If he saves it, fair enough, fair play to him. But you have to put the shot has to be placed on goal.
Well, we'll stay level. Shannon Hopia now. Both won a penalty and won a very near penalty that helped set up S2's second goal. Quick ball up to Guzman. He's going to put this across the face of goal. Bryant knocks this down for Presley. Presley tees one up, hits it straight into Denzo Ulysses. Hopia playing quickly. Blasts it over toward Wingo. Wingo in the open field. Cochran closing down. Wingo toward goal. That one zips right across the face, but there's no one there to cash in.
Wingo again. Fantastic display up the right flank. Continue to find him. Thought he could be able to connect with Estrada there. Estrada had an opportunity to maybe really make his defender bite hard at the near post with the fake run, and then just peel to the back post. Could happen to be an easy tap in. But again, coming with not playing with the same personnel. On a different day, maybe they connect that way.
Guzman going in against Darnell King. Both of them just going for the ball in the air. David Olson going to plead Guzman's case on his behalf. And Guzman might be in for a talking to here. He's already on the yellow card. And that's exactly what John Freeman is telling him right now.
That's the don't make me show you another card conversation.
Hedrick restarts play. Saw John Hutchinson there quickly, just giving Josh Hames, the assistant referee on the near sideline, a little smile. Hutchinson regarded as one of the league's nice guys by the referees. As he puts it, I've never seen getting angry with an official do much in your behalf.
Good distribution by Meredith. Good first touch by Ulysses. Flank play for me. If S2 continue to really exploit the flank play, they have opportunities to continue to create multiple chances in this game.
Restrepo knocks that one down from Wingo. Boy, you think about the game Wingo's had so far. Between those two near misses inside the box, we didn't have time to show you because of all the goals. And the missed PK, he could have scored about 4 or 5 goals right now.
Yep.
Charlie Ward.
Good no-look ball there.
Going into the middle, Guzman. This one gets to his feet. Alfaro recovers.
Alfaro again almost got caught with the ball in the box, trying to cut a couple of the defenders, almost got his pocket picked.
Greg Cochran ready to throw in on the near side. Bryant making a move to the goal line. Goes for Presley. And Ulysses tucks it right back out of play. Back for McCarthy. McCarthy knocks us back to Restrepo. There's David Estrada going on a long run to apply some pressure. Charlie Ward. Presley. Cochran on the underlap. Presley wanted Bryant. Jesse Daly knocks it away. Estrada tying up with Hedrick. David Estrada just has found ways consistently to make himself a pest to San Antonio, and it pays off there.
Absolutely. Good battling up top by Estrada. Really trying to use his body to create an advantage, his small frame, but throws it around pretty well. Good battle to draw a free kick.
Chopped over to Daly. Ulysses. Wingo. Wingo and Cochran do battle. Wingo wins the throw. And that one out for a goal kick. The USL's official Instagram account has highlights, photography, and interactive content with the league's players. Get it all at www.instagram.com/USL Soccer. This is Guzman, Lopez. Wide now for Presley. Presley inviting ball in. Guzman at the back post. Can't direct it on goal.
Got 3 players crashing the box there for San Antonio. Great delivery, great whipped in ball there. Unlucky with the flick header.
Opiao, this one comes through for Wingo. The flag stays down. Wingo now closing in. Restrepo off his line. Wingo from distance. Space for the rebound. Wingo can't clean it up. Cyprian Hedrick lays his body on the line and averts catastrophe.
Another fantastic save by Restrepo. Wingo's speed and explosiveness was fantastic. Puts a shot on frame, cannot beat Restrepo. Restrepo with another big save, times times his ability come out well, and then the defender, Hendrick, with another fantastic save with his keeper out of the net.
Gonzalez, it's a low ball in, nearly fell to the foot of David Olson. Roldan corrals it. Daly gets it over to Estrada. Estrada, left-footed shot, and Cyprian Hendrick once more lays out for it.
What a block again. Hedrick with another block. Estrada found himself in a good spot, puts it onto his left foot, looks to drive it to the back post, and a fantastic block.
Estrada will take this corner from the far side. And that one overhit out for a goal kick. We're going to see our first San Antonio substitution of the match.
As Wingo's breaking into the final third, almost on a breakaway, you know Restrepo has a tendency a bit to go down. So even at that speed, if he shifts the goalkeeper, maybe with the fake shot, a feint, goalkeeper goes down, you're able to go around him, especially with Wingo's speed and ability. The thought process is there. It's good. It's a good effort. We just need to start seeing his full opportunities be converted to goals.
Kept short for Hopiao. Hopiao still on this ball. He'll go for goal. Restrepo scarfs that one up. Kyle Murphy, the San Antonio player who is waiting to check in on the near sideline. He'll have to wait for a stoppage to do so.
This has the pace of a classic Tacoma Stars game.
Beautiful night. The weather's fantastic. Pitch field crew's done an amazing job with keeping this field in tidy. Looks to be playing very well. The pace of the game has been very bright, very entertaining game thus far.
Well, Connor Presley whistled for offside. That'll be his final involvement tonight. But still, the 20-year-old was involved in a lot of bright moments down the left wing for the visitors.
He was good.
By Murphy.
Yep, good player. Put in a good shift. Had a fantastic delivery right before his substitution on an in-swinging ball to the back post with 3 San Antonio players there.
Well, Murphy, his replacement, 25 years of age, made 55 appearances over the last 2 seasons with Rio Grande Valley FC. Guzman wants Estrada up the middle. Hits that one behind Gonzalez. And it's gone out. Gordon going over the top. Guzman going to try to stretch Daly here. Back to Gordon. Gordon looking for Murphy. Murphy has fouled Denzo Ulysses on the way in.
But great ability by Guzman to really turn on the Jets there, use his body against Daly, shield the ball, swing it back around for a serving opportunity. Very good play by him.
Tony Alfaro, David Olson, Ibrahim Uzman. Alfaro wants Estrada over the top, and Restrepo collects. That ball held in play by Olsen on the far sideline. And hits the ball behind Henry Wingo. More miscommunication.
Olsen needs just to connect there. Off the turnover, especially as you have runners. Just have some composure just to connect the pass, keep it ticking, keep it moving.
Omar Gordon taking his space. Lays it off, didn't want to strike it with the left. Darnell King. That one off the referee. And shuffled away by Hopiao. Wingo. Pull up, wants to wait for support.
Wingo with an opportunity there. He was playing a bit narrow. If he just takes a jab step in and fades out and gets the ball on his right foot on the right flank. He has tremendous amount of space to go at the defender 1v1. He likes to come into a crowded midfield where now he's almost forced to go negative or square. If he just takes that jab step in and fades out to the sideline, had a tremendous amount of space to work with.
Charlie Ward from his own end. Picks out King downfield. Awkward first touch from King and plucked away by Alex Roldan.
And again, off the turnover, the killer ball doesn't need to happen. If they look to connect their first 3 passes, circulate the ball, they can progress as a team. Now you see S2 really rushing the attack, especially after turnovers, which can really take the sails out of a team. You're doing all this hard, dirty work to win the ball back, and then you win it back, and that first pass is a turnover. Just complete a high percentage pass, get it back, keep the ball ticking, gain momentum as you look to attack.
Guzman in for Roldan. Jesse Daly. Worked ahead by Denzo Ulysses off a deflection. Restrepo gets to it and hits that one to deep right center field. Play restarted to Daly. David Olson. Olson carrying on here, lays it off for Ulysses. Ulysses holds on to that ball through a challenge. Tried to spin in the low ball. Cleared away by San Antonio. Now it's Bryant. He and Roldan do battle. Tony Alfaro up toward Estrada. And this one squeaks through to Restrepo. We've played an hour here at Cheney Stadium. We're level, 2 goals apiece between San Antonio FC and Sounders FC2. 30 minutes left to decide a potential winner. Ball's gone out. It's an S2 throw-in, and that will allow for a substitution. Well, play was restarted so quickly the referee didn't have time to receive notice of it, so at the next stoppage, Olsen now going over top for Wingo. Cochran is there. Hopiao turns through pressure and draws a free kick. Referee played advantage.
Hopiao has an opportunity on that turn there to really continue progressing forward. Get it on his right foot with another touch, set himself up with a shooting angle. We know he's fully capable of hitting it from distance, especially on his right foot. Again, S2 just looked to be a bit out of sync in this final third. All they need to do is really try to connect through feet. But also the person receiving the ball needs to check off correctly and demand the ball where he wants the ball placed and delivered.
Ibrahim Uzman on a yellow card will be subbed off here by John Hutchinson. And in comes Nick Hines. Dave, this is a very interesting move for you. You've been saying that you kind of wanted to get a look at Hines at fullback all season.
It's been a long time since we've had him for significant minutes there. He's got a lot of speed, deft footwork, and now he'll have the opportunity with a tired San Antonio team to take advantage of his speed.
Hines taking a couple touches, getting himself involved here. Roldan, now David Olson.
Roldan's been tidy this game. He's been very good, very composed on the ball. He's getting out of tight spaces, plays the ball with good pace, delivers the ball when it needs to be. Good defensive work. I look for him to just a bit more, to look to give the ball, but also look to get it back and really be impactful in this game. But his ability to connect the game, get out of tidy spaces, play extended balls, has been very good.
Estrada wins that ball back. He's bowled over by Omar Gordon and draws the free kick. Gordon not happy with the call, but Estrada looked like he had established the better position. I look at it here. Well, Estrada maybe going to ground a little bit easy there, but savvy enough to know that Gordon had his arm wrapped around him. Hopiao and Gonzalez over the ball. It's Gonzalez, and straight into the hands of Diego Restrepo.
Tremendous distribution there from Restrepo again. Fantastic.
He really is part of what enables San Antonio to play this fast-paced style they've gone after today.
And another good switching ball by Alfaro.
Wingo for Ulysses. Ulysses, and another brilliant charge from Restrepo. Right at the end of his box, and oh dear.
Well, he took it there.
Restrepo down. We'll take another look at it on the near angle.
Restrepo comes out, reads it well, takes it.
Not much you say about that one.
Sacrifices the body, which is what you want from a good goalkeeper there. His timing to read through balls and close down angles has been fantastic, and he sacrificed his body on more than one occasion tonight. That one obviously took it in a pretty vulnerable position, but his timing on when to really come out and go down and expose himself has been very good. Another very good play by Ulysses and Wingo. Great, direct, efficient run by Ulysses. Great ball delivered by Wingo, allowed to that opportunity.
Restrepo will understandably take a minute or two here to collect himself. You can get an inside look at life on and off the field from a player's perspective every Wednesday evening in the latest edition of From the Pitch on USLsoccer.com. Just another look at it there.
What I really like about Ulysses there is he knew Restrepo came out, and so he just tried to put it towards the goal because there's always a chance that the keeper misplays it.
Restrepo now helped back to his feet. During all that, Brian Meredith called Jesse Daly back to the edge of the defensive third, talked to him for a couple minutes. See John Hutchinson talking to Henry Wingo there. Both these teams kind of taking this impromptu water break to try to get themselves settled.
Wingo, and with the development of a young player, when I was with Major League Soccer, I had an opportunity to host Wingo during his right before his combine going into the draft, and as we did the rookie symposium down in Phoenix. Great young kid, great ability, and now it's up to him as he continues to progress as a professional, even though he's created a lot of opportunities and should have had a few more goals or a couple goals, is to stay even keel, is to really have a short memory to know, hey, I'm really found myself in this game. I have a nice flow. I without a doubt will create another opportunity, and when I do, I'll put it away.
Ball in from Gonzalez. Hedrick, the first one to it. Out as far as Roldan. Chipped forward by Cochran. Bryant, long ball over the top. The flag up on Guzman almost immediately.
But you see young players sometimes psych themselves out after, putting too much pressure on themselves or reliving past opportunities. As a pro, especially as an attacking player at a forward, you want to have a short memory and just continue to put yourself in good opportunities, good spots, and then once you're there, have the composure to really be efficient in front of the net.
James, if you're a team like San Antonio that just keeps running backwards these days, what do you do to maintain your spirit and your composure?
Yeah, and we've said it. I mean, they've been a result-oriented team. They've been in 16 games that have been decided by 1 goal or less, and so they've been in this position before. They've won games, they've lost games. So for me, it's a team that's able to be organized in the chaos, but at the same time, they're giving up.
Hopiao! A stunning goal in the 68th minute. He took his time, he picked his spot, and he did not disappoint. Sounders 2 climbing on top, 3-2 here, past the hour mark.
Fantastic goal by Hopiao. We know he's capable of hitting it from distance, especially on his right foot. This time looks to cut it back, feints it, cuts the defender, gets it onto his left foot, and develops a rocket past Restrepo.
The layoff from Gonzalez. There he is. Makes everyone go the wrong way. And you cannot hit it any better than that. What a strike.
Goalkeeper may have been slightly screened there. Great hit. Restrepo's come up big in this game. That one he couldn't get his hands onto. Hopia with a fantastic goal.
That Hopiau's first goal of the season. Comes at an important time. Second assist of the year. Pardon me, first assist of the year for Ezreal Gonzalez. So a couple of firsts for you there. And boy, what a strike. Ulysses spins off his man, fouled him in the process.
Yeah, Hopiau found himself in the zone 14. Zone 14 is what we talk about, is right at the top of the box. A square put at right at the top of the box where a lot of opportunities occur. And was able to chop his defender and unleash a fantastic hit. Very fortunate possibly to get a screen by Hedrick, but nonetheless, fantastic attitude to really chop the ball and put a shot on target.
They want Wingo over the near side. Manages to get to this ball and keep it in play. Wingo making his move, cuts back outside, put it across the face of goal, and still in play. Touch back, off the crossbar, still in play, and now shuffled away by McCarthy. Well, this game has had it all, James, and there's still another 20 minutes to go.
Fantastic. Again, exactly what we wanted from Wingo, just to continue just to be relentless in your pursuit. You can see he wants his hat trick, he wants his team to win, he wants to impress.
Ulysses fights his way to that ball. Hold on, Wingo. David Olson, S2 looking to switch the field. Nick Hines, low ball in, finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez pulls back to his left foot. That one takes a deflection off McCarthy. Estrada will collect it. And a foul given at the top of the box.
Cheeky pullback by Gonzalez, found himself at the top of the box. Wanted to take a better touch. You saw the idea. He was going to try to bend it to the far post. The touch got away from him, so he had to cut it back. Fantastic pullback move. Tried to unleash it with his left foot. Another block. This game alone has had a number of blocks on both opportunities. A lot of defenders sacrificing bodies to get in front of shot opportunities.
A lot of gutsy soccer going on down there on the pitch. One back by S2. Olsen. Alfaro comes wide for Hines. Now Hines and Gordon will have a chance to get to know each other a bit. Alfaro can't keep that one in.
I feel like that was San Antonio's longest possession of the second half, and it was maybe 4 passes.
Certainly you do get the sense that Sounders too have managed to regain that composure they had from the opening whistle. Of course, San Antonio proving they can be lethal at any moment. Nick Hines going to be carded here for delaying the restart of play. And that's kind of a yellow card that goes on his teammates there. No one was getting open for him on the throw-in.
Yeah, you saw him wanting to go in deep, but he's going against, he's trying to throw into Gonzalez with 2 sizable men defending him, which is not easy. And looking for more support, wanting to just have a deep throw-in, as he did there. And maybe fight and win the second ball, as they have.
David Olson Beautiful job to win that ball. Referee going to play advantage here. Olsen down behind the play. Now it's Estrada. He's going to go out wide. Coming back inside for David Estrada. Estrada, he's loose. Another brilliant stop from Restrepo and shuffled away from inside the penalty area.
Great 1-2 combination. Estrada picks up the ball. Advantage played rightly so by the referee. Now comes back with the booking. Very well done by the referee. Allows the play to continue. Restrepo with another fantastic save. Is able to get down, get his right paw on it. Action-packed. Fantastic. Couldn't ask for a better night either in the Pacific Northwest here in Tacoma. It's beautiful.
See it nicked away there. Charlie Ward just stretches out. It's a reckless challenge. He'll draw the yellow card for that.
Estrada and Hopiau playing the nice 1-2. Runners filling the lanes. You see Wingo coming into screen there. Hopiau fading. Estrada driving down the center of the park.
Sent toward the back post. Header met there, but it's on top of the goal.
Good short set piece opportunity there. Good delivery. Unfortunate not to put that on frame, but the thought process was very good.
Ethan Bryant subbed off there at that last stoppage of play. Maxi Rodriguez is in. Sounders 2 looking to clear the lines. And another free kick shy of midfield.
Well done by Estrada and Wingo. Again, being able to connect play in tight spaces, draw fouls. You saw Wingo being able to receive the ball with the runner, with the defender on his back, creates a bit of space, able to play Estrada up the line. Estrada, great first touch, know the foul's coming, sacrifices his body, draws a foul. Allows the game to continue to tick on, allows your team to get set, catch their breath.
That's Ulysses. Rolled on. Worked it into traffic. And it's Gordon. And David Olsen just going to kick out, knew exactly what he was doing, and you won't see any complaint from him. He draws the booking here in the 75th.
And you like that foul. That's good gamesmanship by Olsen. You see the mentality of this team is continuing to evolve. It's a result-oriented mentality. He knows that this team is in a vulnerable position, knows the break is on, looks to give the attacking player a little love tap there in Gordon, knowing that he's off to the races if he breaks through. So it's a good professional foul by Olsen in that predicament.
Well, I was going to say it had been a pretty clean game, but now we've had 3 yellow cards in the last 3 minutes. Henry Wingo gets that by his man nicely. Going ahead for Estrada, the flag will stay down. Estrada has Cochran recovering. Quick switch, an open header, and fanned wide. It's out for a corner.
No, it hit Restrepo. Restrepo with another save. The header hit him directly. What a fantastic opportunity. Unbelievable.
Quick look at
Great
it here.
Delivery. Oh,
Restrepo with his leg that time.
Well, if Hopiau hit that anywhere but at Diego Restrepo, it would be another goal, but credit Restrepo for being in the right spot.
Again, phenomenal break by S2. Tremendous with the runners and the speed at which they attack. Runners filling the box, the lanes being filled. Excellent surge by S2 on that attack.
Swung in by Estrada. Towering header from Hedrick. Roldan takes it out of the air.
Great touch by Roldan. Great composure again. This is where I want to see Roldan play it and then look to get it back. He plays it. A lot of time he plays it. Job done. I want him to play it and look to get it back. Get it at his foot. Now look for him to connect it here. Play it and look to get it back. Get yourself in a spot where you can get it back and really continue to impact the game.
Olsen ties up with Gordon. Another free kick. Ooh, dear. That's a second yellow card for David Olsen. Stopped the break twice, and he's sent off here in the 77th. Well, Olsen perhaps playing with that sly confidence, thinking that he would be able to get away with another yellow card-worthy foul, having already been cautioned. Referee John Freeman says no way, and Olsen is summarily dismissed.
It's a tough one. It's definitely a booking. The referee choosing not to be lenient there, knows That Olsen, not only one grab, three grabs you're not going to get away with. And the referee deeming that as his second yellow. And now S2 is forced to play down a man for the last 13 plus minutes of this match.
Well, that will definitely change the approach from S2 that have dropped all remaining players behind the ball. They have a 1-goal lead, and this is part of what you're going to see. Ryan Meredith waiting for Guzman to come in before picking it up. And Guzman needs to get out of his face because the clock to put the ball back in play doesn't start until you get away from the keeper.
Another test for the mentality of this group, to be down a man, up a goal at home against a team running a 4-game unbeaten streak. How do you continue to put yourself in position and battle to get a result in this game? For me, anything less than a win will be a disappointment for S2 here.
Well, that's one way to do it. It's create those turnovers.
It's a tough test. It's also exam time. That's going to be a yellow card given to Maxi Rodriguez, and pretty much his first involvement of the night. And now, James, you see it sometimes with referees that once they give out a couple yellow cards, kind of any niggly little foul draws a booking as well. Do you think that's what we're looking at right now?
Yeah, you see the referee staying true to his cadence. He's giving out some bookings right there in a similar spot in the middle third for pulls and for people, you know, taking professional fouls to stop the break. And that one was no different. So the referee very consistent, which is a good thing. And has no problem pulling out the yellow cards.
McHines, upended by Gordon, draws the free kick.
Referee talking to Gordon there, saying next one's a yellow. So the referee very consistent, good in his communication to get control of this game. He's done very well. I think he's had control of this game all night, but he's doing very well to continue to assert his authority on this game.
Opiao handled that ball on the bounce. Going to tie up with Cyprian Hedrick a little bit. Darnell King restarts. 10 minutes plus stoppage to go. Sounders 2, down a man, but up a goal. They lead 3-2 here in the 81st. And for those keeping score at home, this is now the 4th consecutive S2 home match where a player from either side has been dismissed. 5 sending offs in the last 4 home matches. This is Rodriguez. He wants Gordon, he overhits him. Ryan Meredith, who you have to imagine is going to wind up drawing a yellow card at some point before tonight finishes. Tony Alfaro has rolled another ball back onto the pitch. That's that element of gamesmanship you talk about, especially with the veteran players knowing what needs to be done.
Absolutely. Every second counts, especially as you're trying to hold on to a win, but you want to continue to be proactive in that win, meaning you want to create opportunities and pick and choose when to go forward, when to hold, when to defend as a unit.
They want Guzman over the top. He and Daly are doing battle. Guzman does very well to even get to that ball. Can't control it out of the air.
Guzman with a great opportunity there. Had Meredith kind of almost in no man's land at the flick on goal. Could have presented trouble for S2. He elected to try to bring it down, goes out for a goal kick. But if he does that first time and just gives a little flick on goal, could have put S2 and Meredith in some trouble there.
Stay up to date with all the best from the social media around the USL by watching Off the Post with Kelsey Steele every Friday evening on the USL's social media channels. And a free kick to the benefit of San Antonio. Hedrick. Gonzalez gets that ball, wins it. Advantage played. Gonzalez down in a heap. Cyprian Hedrick will be the next name in John Freeman's book. And Gonzalez writhing in agony on the ground. Boy, I got to tell you, in the space of my notes where I keep track of bookings, I am running out of room.
So's John Freeman.
Ario with a good read, was able to read the touch of Hendricks there. Hendricks backs the leg as he's trying to plant, loses his balance a little bit, but the big frame of Hendricks is always going to do damage on Gonzalez. That's set a little bit, so the young player gets a little.
Looked like a trailing cleat
welcome
to the back.
USL.
Hedrick build is 6 feet. Gonzalez quite a bit shorter than that. You see it there. Gonzalez got to that ball and just, well, that's a physics equation for you right there. You certainly hope Gonzalez will be fit to continue.
He'll be okay. He's young enough to be able to bounce back from that challenge and a few more.
John Hutchinson just trying to keep his side organized here.
S2 needs to realize that they're going to continue to endure some physical play tonight, have to keep cool heads, continue to let time tick off the clock, and make use of the set piece opportunities they have to extend the time on the clock, to create opportunities if they're in the attacking third, to allow the team to take a breath, get set, and really look to be a collective unit in these last 6+ minutes of this game.
Alfaro restarts to Ulysses. And Ulysses performs the crossbar challenge on the S2 bench.
That was not a training ground play.
I don't think that's exactly how John Hutchinson drew it up.
Good close-down speed there by Hines.
They want the quick restart. It's Rodriguez. Big touch. He gets to the byline.
Great
Space for a cross.
block.
It looks like that came off his hand. Referee's given a goal kick in any case.
Great closeline speed by Hines, but we can't get beat off a throw-in there. At San Antonio looking to throw the ball in quickly. The shifts have to come in quicker than that. Estrada was late. Alfaro was a bit late. Hines was out of position. And San Antonio, if not for a fantastic challenge by Alfaro, could have created a goal-scoring opportunity there.
86th minute now. Wingo. As Lopez all over him, still finds the outlet to Estrada.
Fantastic play by Wingo.
Alex Roldan. Estrada. Well, making a couple guys fall over there. And now it's Roldan who plucks away the ball. Knocked away by Cochran. Jesse Daly underneath it. Wins the header. Second from Rodriguez. And it'll rattle back and forth now. Charlie Ward. Back from McCarthy. Ulysses comes out to apply the pressure on the near touchline. Lopez spins one in. Daly with the header. Gonzalez helps it along. Only as far as McCarthy. San Antonio recycle. Now they're looking for Gordon. Gordon spins off Hines. Forgive me, this is Darnell King, and King can't keep it in.
You saw Hines almost get turned around a little bit as he's tracking that ball. Reads it well. Is able to apply pressure to Gordon, or to King, excuse me, as he makes that overlapping run. So Hines has looked, like I said, very, very bright. Seems to be moving well from previous injuries.
Meredith blasted that ball downfield. Picked up by Estrada. I feel like it's safe to say that S2 is pretty much playing a 4-5-0 right now. Estrada basically playing in the holding midfield. This is a ball looking for Wingo. And a foot race now with Cochran and Wingo.
Wingo's fantastic pace. I know I said that a lot tonight, but not only fantastic pace, he gets on the end of things and is able to connect the play, and now S2 is able to connect the ball. He's also used his pace to create very, very good attacking opportunities.
And the flag up for offside on David Estrada.
I'm not sure if I was ever that fast. I like to think so in my younger days, but definitely not as I got older. It was more brains over bronze as I got older in Major League Soccer. Or at least I like to think so.
89th minute now. McCarthy looking down the sidelines, found Cochran. Cochran, space for a cross, another header from Daly. Alex Roldan has a man climb his back, wins a free kick. That'll burn a little more time off for Sounders too.
Yep, need to be brave. Roldan brave there, know he's going to receive contact. S2 has to have that individual and collective mentality to know that they're going to endure some physical play. You have a San Antonio team that's not going to give up, that is going to go right through you, that's going to challenge and fight for everything. And S2 is up to the challenge thus far and being brave themselves in the challenge, know they're going to get contact and allow them to win this free kick opportunity.
Restarted to Wingo, to Daly, dangerous ball. Turned over, Guzman tripped up, fights his way back to his feet, but San Antonio still on the attack. Rodriguez, Gordon. Gordon turns nicely, knocked away by Henry Wingo. Shannon Hopiau going right at his man. That takes a deflection. Darnell King with a chance to recover.
Hedrick's in the open field on the yellow card. Great tackle. If he mistimes that, not only is it a break, but a possibly yellow card.
Gordon was a steamroller there. It took 3 Sounders to hold him up, but eventually get the ball off of him. Wingo just trying to absorb contact, draw a free kick. He'll do so. No secret of the fact that he was looking for it there. We're into stoppage time. No word yet on how much we'll play.
Wingo's put in a fantastic effort tonight. Tremendous physical effort. He even needs help up by the referee there.
Being told we can expect to play 4 minutes of added time here. Meanwhile, the visitors are going to use their final substitution. Darnell King is being motioned to from the sideline, and they're going to bring on the Englishman, Alex Bruce, a 19-year-old out of Gateshead, to try to provide a little bit of extra spark. Restrepo will pick up this ball. Gonzalez out to apply the pressure. Knocked up to Lopez. Charlie Ward. Ward wants Gordon. Hines sticks a foot in, disrupts the cross.
Good closing down by Hines, and hustles back into position to get set for this long throw. San Antonio had 5 in the box for this long throw, a 6th coming in.
The old heave-ho from Gordon. Initial header by Estrada. And the attempted volley is off target. Some more precious time ticking away from Meredith. And you have to imagine this will be the moment that he draws the yellow card, as he picks his favorite blade of grass in the entire stadium. Meredith, a booming kick. And S2 come away with the throw-in on the near side. Ulysses heaves it downfield toward Wingo. It's corralled by Gonzalez. He finds Hopiau in the middle, just Hedrick in front of him. Hopiau, a bit of space now. Shannon Hopiau, he was thinking about a brace. And he's won a corner.
One fantastic effort by Hopiau to really collect that ball off the Gonzalez feed, drive at the defender with a feint to the left, push it to his right, his favorite right foot to hit it. But another fantastic block by Hedrick. Hedrick has had at least 10 blocks himself this game. He's been very good.
Has to restart it short. Henry Wingo going to tie up with a couple of guys here. One back by Estrada. Back for Wingo. Wingo thinking about the corner flag once more. Got Lopez on his back. Well, speed and strength from Henry Wingo, who was eventually shuffled off the ball by Cochran. Gordon in transition. Kyle Murphy had him a long ball. Meredith tracking that to the line, keeps it in play. That one was on frame and going in, if not for the footwork of Brian Meredith.
Great footwork with Meredith. Even more so, you saw him take a little snapshot to where the goal was, where the frame was, and then reconnect with the ball. Sure hands, balanced feet, stays out of the goal, keeps his arms stretched out and extended to keep it from going over the goal line. Made it look simple, but that's a very, very difficult play.
Gordon going to give it another go here. Hines putting a shoulder in, disrupts Gordon's run. Switch to the near side for Guzman. He has options in the box. Guzman cuts it back, lifts it in, header at the back post, and it's off target. Maxi Rodriguez lays out.
Another great ball. You see Alfaro not happy with the turnover on the play right before that.
We've played the 4 minutes of stoppage time. How much longer will this one go?
San Antonio continue to push energy forward. They're really looking for this equalizer. They've been unlucky on a few of those in-swinging driven crosses, especially from the left flank as the players get pushed onto their right foot and curl the ball to the back stick.
Ball headed down for Gonzalez.
Gonzalez needs to take that to the corner. It's a young player not realizing where he is in the game. He's on his right foot, fake that pullback and just go to the corner. Waste a bit more precious seconds.
Is this the last opportunity for San Antonio coming forward? Sounders too have the look of a team trying to hold back a storm. And the final whistle goes. Sounders FC 2, after going down 2-1 in the first half and losing David Olson with 15 minutes to go, fight their way back to a dramatic 3-2 win at home. James, this has to be one of the most complete games of soccer that we've seen at Cheney Stadium all season.
Fantastic game. It was tremendous. For me, Wingo, without a doubt, player of the game, not only for his 2 goals, but his 5 that he could have had, and the chances that he created tonight were absolutely stellar. His speed, his athleticism, his ability to drive at players, create scoring opportunities for himself and others. But all in all, a fantastic performance by this S2 team. And kudos to San Antonio. They didn't give up. They fought hard. They're riding a 4-game unbeaten streak for a reason. Good veteran players on this team, and they kept it going and pushing to the dying seconds of this game.
Dave, obviously San Antonio will be frustrated to not come away with anything from this part of their road trip, but you have to say that on the whole, a pretty positive performance from the visitors.
They absolutely must know they can count on Diego Restrepo for anything, anywhere, anytime. I can't imagine what San Antonio would have been like if they'd had just an average keeper for this league. His performance today is something that probably puts him challenging for Team of the Week, even though he didn't have a clean sheet.
Well, Sounders 2, up to 5 wins, 14 losses, 2 draws now. San Antonio falling to 9, 6, and 7. And Sounders 2 here, preparing to celebrate in front of the home support. Just waiting on Brian Meredith, who's still at midfield, chatting up a couple of friends. They're trying to get his attention, and they're going. There you have it, a 2-goal performance from Henry Wingo, but Shandon Hopiau puts the cherry on top with a wonder strike from distance, and that gives you your final score. Sounders FC 2-3, San Antonio FC 2. That'll do it for us here at Cheney Stadium on ESPN+. For James Riley and Dave Clark, I'm Andrew Harvey, saying so long, thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.